Hey, what's up you guys, it's Jackson here. Welcome along to Phillip Island today for a track guide in the Porsche Cup car. Really excited for this week. This is an awesome racetrack. I've actually been lucky enough to race here in the real world a few times. And can I just say, if you've never had the opportunity to race or drive one of iRacing's tracks in real life, the level of detail and the accuracy of this track compared to the real world is insane. It literally feels almost identical. Everything is so accurate, and it really feels like you're at the same place. So that's really cool. But look, if you like this video, if you learned something today, please make sure you hit that like button just to help out with the YouTube algorithm and all that good stuff. And if you want me to keep posting these Porsche Cup track guides, hit that subscribe button just to let me know. But otherwise, let's jump into the lap. Awesome view here as we just come under the bridge, seeing the ocean, coming down to what is a really tricky turn one. We're using all the curb on the left hand side here before we get on the brakes. Braking at about 50% capacity. Turning it in, holding it in 6th gear, and we want to make sure we're just touching this curb on the inside. Picking up the power as early as we can. We're going to float all the way out to the left here. All the way out. Get the car back to the right a little bit, but we don't need to go all the way over here because we're going to be braking nice and hard. And this is really a tricky corner, turn 2. Braking nice and hard. Going to be going down to 3rd gear. Just going to go in slow-mo here. That's a bit too slow. There we go. Down to 3rd gear. So we're running the curb here, and then we're going to let the car wash out. Now we're just coming off the brakes and starting to accelerate for the 2nd apex as we try and come across to this left-hander. So I'm just going to run that one through again because this is a really tough corner to get right. So coming out of turn 1, turning the car left, getting on the brakes, running a little bit of this inside curb on the 1st apex, and then we're off the brake pedal, sitting the car up to get the car to now angle across this way. Pick up the power, we're already at full power, see, angling straight out to this curb, and it's a real bravery corner in terms of the exit, as are a lot of corners on this track because we don't have the runoff to really use out here. If you get it too wide, you're in the grass and it's going to ruin your lap time, so that's a real challenge, which makes this place really fun. Flat out through this left-hander, and then coming down here, massive braking zone right on the threshold after the 1st braking marker but before the 2nd braking marker. So there we are, right on the hard brakes, nice and hard there. Going down to 2nd gear. We want to late apex this one a little bit so that we can get a good slingshot out. Really waiting on the power because, as you can see, massive steering lock to get the car around this one. Picking up the power as early as you can, using all the road on the left hand side. And then getting to the right here as we go into Siberia. Going to be braking just after this, where the curb ends here, and just knocking it down to 3rd gear. And then being really patient on the power to get the power down on a late apex because this is quite a long corner. So running it out wide, picking up the power, back to full power. And you just want to be tricky here because this curb on the right is actually quite skinny, and if you go off into the grass you're going to get taken for a journey, so be careful there. Flap through the left-hander, flap through the right-hander of Hayshed, bit of curb on the inside. Get the car over to the right, and then we are going to get on the brakes, as you can see, right there, down to 4th gear for what is an awesome corner. And I actually had a big moment on this lap of sideways on the car, but to be right on the edge of adhesion the whole way through here. Trying to get on the power as early as we can. Once we come over that crest, bang, we're on the power. Going to be braking before this 50. Down to 2nd gear, you want to brake a little bit early, a little bit light through this corner because as you come down the hill, the car wants to lock the brakes up and then you'll miss the apex. So just need to be a little bit careful of that one. Tip it in, bit of curb on the inside, patient on the power, up to 3rd gear, bit of a lift, just sort of 50%. Then get the throttle down. You can't really see the exit as you come over this little crest. So you're just sort of playing with the power to get the power down. Then you got to trust here. You got to commit full power, run it to the outside, and then just one more corner. We're going to tip it in slightly late. This is a really crucial corner, obviously, to get your run down the front straight. We're just lifting just over 50%, and then bang, we're back to full power. Commit to the outside there, and we're going to cross the line here for a 128.377. So, look, that last corner, it's another real bravery corner to get on the power as early as you can to make sure that you get a nice, good run down the front straight. But obviously, if you get on the power too early, you have a little bit of understeer, you're going to be out in the grass, and that's obviously going to kill your lap time. So that's a lap around Phillip Island. Let me know in the comments below what lap times you're doing. It actually took me quite a while to get up to the pace here. This is a tough track that you really have to commit to and get the flow and make sure you're nailing sort of the use of all the track here, because if you're not, you're going to be giving away lots of time. Look, if you learned something today and you want to keep learning more, I'd love to help you out. I do some one-on-one driver coaching, and there's a link to that in the description below. So if you click that link, you get taken to a website to find out a bit more info. Basically, it's 20 iRacing credits for a 1 hour session, and I'll set up a private hosted session for the two of us. I'll have a look at your driving style and your technique, and provide some tips to help you extract the most out of the car. Tips for that specific track, but more importantly, tips that you can take to any racetrack on the iRacing platform to obviously keep improving and really shorten your learning curve, because no matter how long you've been on iRacing, whether it's 1 month or 8 years, there's always more to learn. I'm still learning, and I'd love to share that learning with you. So hit that link down below to learn more, and otherwise, have a great rest of your week, and I look forward to seeing you on the track.